Hello and welcome. This is day one of my visibility therapy experiment. So for the next 30 days, I'm going to upload a video 15 minutes long onto YouTube every single day. And the point of it is to use social media as a tool for self-expression and self-exploration, almost a mirror, so that I can see myself. And I'm inspired by the work of Justin Schumann, who advocates for us to use social media in this way as a tool to become better versions of ourselves, not to grow a following or to drive engagement or sell a product or anything like that. And the truth is, I did try to do all of those things and had some success as well. But I was feeling a tremendous amount of pressure. I felt like I was censoring myself anytime I wanted to say something. I felt like I was getting bored of myself, kind of repeating a marketing message over and over again. And I realized that the artist's soul needs to breathe a little bit. So I'm giving myself the space to breathe. So I don't really have an agenda here except for putting in the reps. I don't expect anybody is going to watch this. If anybody is watching this, I hope you compare it with, I hope there's a day 30 out by then and you can compare it, and hopefully you'll see a lot of progress and growth, because that's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, here I am. To be very honest with you, I put this off for 4 days. I had decided I'm going to do this. I've been thinking about it. I'm going to do this. And I'm somebody who really values acting on impulse right away as quickly as possible. And then to have put off something that should really be very simple, like I have a smartphone and I have a home in which to record this and I have myself. So how come this didn't happen for 4 days? I don't have an answer. That just tells you how much that perfection paralysis, or I need to do this, or I need to clean up my YouTube channel first, or I need to get the right sound equipment, and I need to do this, that, and the other, and just so much stuff. But I noticed that over the 4 days, my mood was deteriorating. I was becoming snappy. I was becoming irritable. And I didn't like that. And I knew where it was coming from. It was coming from me breaking this promise to myself. Because if you break promises to yourself, you can't really respect yourself, right? What you're saying is that, what you're saying to another version of you can't rely on me to show up for you when shit hits the fan. So of course, you're going to get irritable. There's going to be a lack of trust here. There's going to be some issues. And that lack of trust and those issues, it's the same kind of issues you would have with a romantic partner. They drain you. You're leaking energy. You're running thought cycles that are not productive. And this is an important relationship. You want to nurture it. So yeah, it was really important that I keep my word to myself. So here I am. I haven't even bothered to do my hair and makeup and nothing. And I'm just here because if I put this off for another day, then that meant that I would be irritable for another day. And for what? Because my irritation is happening here now in real time. Whereas all of the perceived fears of being cringe, or how are people going to view this, or I'm just stupid, or I'm just taking up space, all of that stuff is, it's not even real right now. It hasn't even happened yet. It may never happen. Nobody might ever watch this, and nobody's going to see how cringe this was, or how pointless this was, or whatever. It doesn't have to. I don't have to provide value for anybody, not even entertainment. I'm allowed to do something for myself. And so here I am. And if somebody's watching, I hope that you take that away as well, that you are allowed just to exist and you're allowed to take up space. The internet is full of so much AI slop these days that we're okay to put out some human slop. It's fine. It's okay. We can totally do this. Free will exists. And here I am exercising it. It was very interesting for me also to think about like the thoughts that I was having while I was procrastinating for 4 days. I literally pictured like, the what will people think? And it was literally 5 people? Is the same 5 people in my head, and I'm always thinking about how they are going to perceive me. And the truth is, they're probably not even thinking about me. And even if they are, the life that they are living is nowhere close, like not even in the same universe of what I want to be living. So why am I allowing them to be the gatekeepers of my mind and my expression? So yeah, that was like, this is me moving through all of that in real time. So I think in general, I'm going to be covering some themes because I find myself talking about the same things over and over with my friends. So I think this is the first thing that I want to kind of commit to YouTube posterity. I am turning 40 this year, and I am like, I've run out of fucks to give, like properly. And when I was younger, and I had a couple of friends who had crossed this threshold, they told me that it would be like this. But knowing it intellectually and feeling it experientially are two very different things. I am amazed at how it feels. I really wish that I could go back and tell my 30-year-old self this, to really like stop giving fucks. Because I would have saved a lot of energy. So I hope, honestly, I think the new generation coming up, they don't care as much as we do. They're not as self-conscious, so good for them. But anyway, acknowledging this milestone birthday for me, I reviewed all of my journals from the past 2 years, and I noticed that I was complaining about the same 4 things over and over again. So I figured the one thing I don't want is to do another year of complaining about these things. This is the year. 40 is as good a year as any. This is the year to fix it, to solve this, to move on, to have different problems, to have better problems, right? This is my year of making better problems for myself. So those 4 areas were: 1, my love life. I have more or less been single for like 20 years. And that is a very long time. And it was a lonely time and painful time. And oh my God, like it was... we'll talk about just that one day. But I did meet somebody really wonderful last year. And I feel like that has soothed me at levels that I could not have imagined. And I think it's because I have such ease in that area of my life now, where the other areas feel even more urgent to fix because I can no longer tolerate that discomfort. So the other areas were, number 2, my finances. I never really liked my job. I did what needed to be done. I don't feel like I learn much. I'm not growing. It pays the bills, and that's good. And my business as well, like I learned a lot, but it's got to a point where I'm not learning anything new. And it's making good money, not great money. And I'm here for great money or effortless money or more. So I was just frustrated about that area of my life. The other area was my body. So I used to do martial arts, and I think that's the best I ever felt in my body. And then when I stopped, like just before COVID, I never really went back to it. And then my body changed, like as it does with time and with a lack of activity, because I was prioritizing other things like my business. And one day I woke up, I realized I don't really like how I feel in my body. I don't feel strong. I don't feel capable. And that was also partly preventing me from showing up for myself on socials. I didn't want to be seen because I didn't like how I looked. I looked different, and I couldn't process that change. Yeah. And then the last area was, I wrote that I'm not creating enough. So I'm a creative person. I did stand-up comedy for many years, and I taught an improv comedy workshop for many years. But I never really felt like I was creating. I felt like I was just I just fell into things because I was good at them, but I had not chosen those goals for myself. And actually that's a theme across like the whole of the last 20 years, where I just did what needed to be done. And I didn't choose these goals for myself. And so I don't feel any real satisfaction from having achieved them. I think this here today is one of the first most meaningful things that I'm doing truly for myself. I'm validating myself. I'm showing myself that I'm enough for me. You know, an audience of one, which is me, is enough. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. I don't need to justify anything to anyone. And yeah, because when I started on the creative journey, like this year, I started posting some reels on Instagram, I started posting on Threads, and I realized that I'm very aware of how I'm being perceived. And so I'm editing myself and I'm not able to just be myself. And when you've lived like such a long time, you know, with all of your self unexpressed, it gets very heavy and frustrating and tiring. And so I was like, no, I'm not getting what I need from my creative output. And so I have to do this. I was talking about this for a very long time, wanting to put long form videos on YouTube. I just talked about it for a very long time and didn't actually do it. And I was overthinking so many aspects of it. If any of you have ever tried to create content or even do anything in that realm, like make a painting or anything that's going to be seen by anybody else, I'm sure you have that moment of, is this good enough? Is it okay? And this perfection paralysis, you know, maybe I need better tools. Maybe I need better lighting. I need better editing. I need better things to say. I need to be better. And I realized that really the only way that you can get better is by doing the work, putting in the reps. There's no other way. So here I am, putting in the reps. And as for areas 2 and 3, I really thought about it. Like all of January, I thought about it. And I realized that the only reason I want the money, or a big part of the reason why I want the money, the kind of money that I do, is because I thought that the money would give me the time and the resources to work on my body. And so therefore the body is actually a more important goal to me than the money. So I can skip that step of the process and I can just go straight to building the body. So that's something that I'm doing this year as well. I'll share some things from that journey also. And yeah, I am now realizing that 15 minutes is a long time, longer than I thought. I'm not really used to it, but I'm pleased with myself. I really am. I'm proud of myself for doing this. And if you'd like to do something just like this, it's really simple. You just show up for yourself. You just go on YouTube, set up a channel, and just yap for 15 minutes and upload it. And that's all you have to do. I'm hoping that, I'm going to have to watch these back at some point, but I'm hoping that as I listen to them, as I watch them, I will be able to get better at speaking, at presenting myself, being more aware of how I inhabit my body and my facial expressions, my tone of voice. I'm hoping all of those things will get better. It can't not, right? You can't not put in reps like this and then not get better, right? So I'm hoping that this is the start of something really good for me. And if you are here, thank you so much for joining me.